Welcome to another exciting edition of the P&B Sports Show. I'm your host, Abel Sunday. Liverpool seems to have found their rhythm again, bouncing back from a poor run of form with a convincing 2-0 win over Aston Villa, while Arsenal continue to show real title credentials, defeating Burnley 2-0. Could this finally be Mikel Arteta's season to lift the Premier League trophy? Joining me to break it all down, from the ancient city of Benin, we have Eru John, and from the Center of Excellence, Lagos, Walter Odige. Grab your teacup because P&B Sports start now. Welcome back. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the show. Mr. Hero, are you there?
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Walter, good morning, and how is Lagos this morning?
Good morning. Lagos is beautiful this morning.
It should. It's a center of excellence. Now it should be beautiful, isn't it? Okay, let me start with you, Eru. Let me start with you now, Eru. Eru, it seems like Anislot and his team, they'll be able to buy some time because people have been criticizing them in fact in recent time. It seems like they'll be able to buy some time with that 2-0 defeat at the weekend. Don't you think so, Mr. Eru? Eru, are you there? Okay, let me go back to you, Walter. Walter, can you hear me?
I can hear you, please.
Okay, are you there,
I
Mr.
can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead. Did you hear my question?
I didn't hear your question. Can you take the question again?
Okay, I said it seems like Anislot and his men, they are able to buy some time in the weekend. Winning 2-0 at the weekend is like they're able to get some time just for the whole talk to die down a little bit. Don't you think so? I don't know if you share some sentiment with me.
Oh, yes. I share the same sentiments. I mean, having come down from a 5-2 in a row, and then finally having to win Aston Villa 2-0, and even having a clean sheet is a good one for Anislot and his Liverpool team. It does not mean they are completely back. It is only a breath of fresh air in the midst of chaos for them. At least, like you have rightly said, this will buy them some little time to rediscover and readjust to themselves to what is to come. We cannot say because they have won this game that they are completely back. No. I mean, we still have to watch them play 2 or 3 more games to that they are beginning to find their feet again. I mean, they take extremely what they are best shape this complex over about Liverpool and now. But at least we can. Interested, but that's trying the mystery. That's what I think.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Walter, are you there? Let me go over to you, Walter. Walter, are you there with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, Walter, can you say Anislot and his men can build on this momentum? At least getting clean sheet like Eru rightly said. Do you think they can build on this momentum? At least their next game, of course, the confidence will start coming. Of course, we know they can't get the confidence 100%, but it will start coming back gradually. With this 2-0, do you think that momentum, they can start building on it and somehow they'll become formidable in recent time?
I really can't say, but it's important to know that victory was and the whole team, because there were so many question marks around the players, around the manager, around the club, and they really needed to put out a statement result. And I think that victory against Aston Villa was, at least, it will calm the nerves of everyone around the football club. Well, like we always say, it's not about that first victory; it's about building on the momentum that it brings. And I really don't think we can build on the momentum right now, because their next game is against Real Madrid in the Champions League. So there's a big mountain to climb, because they are going to face an informed Real Madrid side. But regardless, it's Liverpool, and they still have fantastic players that they had last season. I saw them won the Premier League. So I really hope they can build on this. A draw against Real Madrid is not a bad result. Then they come back to the Premier League and try and get a victory. That would be something very nice for the club.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me go back to you, Eru. Seeing them dispatching and seeing the likes of how they call the likes of Man City also getting a victory, and Man City is also in I think Man City is second now. If they can pull up the table for me now on the screen, I think Man City is sitting second with 19 points. Then we'll have Liverpool 18. But to be honest, I don't think the title is really running away from them, because from the top, Arsenal is 25, sorry, and sitting on top of the table. So we'll have approximately 7 points gap from the first to the third. So Eru, that's just 3 games. If they can just win 3 straight games and Arsenal maybe slip off, maybe 2 games, lost 2 games, they'll catch up with Arsenal. Don't you think so, Eru? I don't think they are still performing so badly. I'm talking about Liverpool.
Okay. Liverpool, yeah. Like you have said, if they can go on to win 2 to 3 games, can they catch up with Arsenal? The question will be, will Arsenal lose 2 to 3 games in a row? You have to consider both ends on matters like this. Because while you are trying to win to meet up, the other team is not playing. The other team is trying to win too, to extend their lead. As we speak, Arsenal is topping the league with 6 points. Manchester City are closely following them. You begin to wonder. I think Arsenal is topping the league with 25 points.
Yeah.
Manchester City have 19 points.
Yeah.
That's a 6 points difference.
Yeah.
That it means you will have to win. For example, Man City may have 2 games, and Arsenal will have to lose 2 games for the points to be the same. So Liverpool winning 2 to 3 games is not a problem. The problem is, will Arsenal lose 2 to 3 games in a row? With the way Arsenal are playing currently, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. With the way they are playing. So while Liverpool, are we even saying that Liverpool will go on to win 2 to 3 games in a row? That's another question we should ask ourselves. Like I said earlier, we cannot judge them that they are back because they just defeated Aston Villa. I mean, this is a team that lost 6 games in a row, including the Champions League. 6 in a row. Okay, I think the only win they had was against Frankfurt in the Champions League. They lost 6 in a row. So you cannot judge them for being back by 1 game. Let them win 3 or 4 games first, and then we can now say, oh, and his slot and his men, they are beginning to find their feet again. So if they win 2 to 3 games, the only way they can catch up with Arsenal is if Arsenal loses 2 to 3 games. But if that's not the case, then I don't know what it is.
Okay, let me go. Let's go back to you. Let's come over to you, Walter. Walter, with Mikel Arteta's team now, 10 games down, and they've won. The 10 games that are sitting on top of the table. I think they've lost 1. They're sitting on top of the 25 points. But do you think this team is something that at the end of the turn there's light at the end of the turn? Because already I think Arteta is trying to get his piece together, or he has gotten his piece together, and you see how they play every week. They somehow grant that result. The maximum 3 points is always short, even if it's 1-0. And considering the fact that they've considered, I think they are the lowest. I think they've considered the lowest so far in the league, just 3 or so, if I'm not mistaken. And they've been keeping clean sheet back to back. if they had to win at least 1-0, they will also pick up that 3 points. Do you think that that is they are showing that credentials of title contenders or Premier League champions? Let me put it that way.
Yes, they are showing the grit and they are showing what it takes to win the Premier League, which is to win games. You don't have to play your best football. You don't have to, sweep team aside. The most important thing when you're chasing to win the Premier League is just find a way to win. Because that's what matters in the end. And that's what Arsenal have doing this season. They've been winning games. They've been finding a way to win, and they are not after playing beautiful football. They are not after entertainment, and they are just getting their point and getting the job done. But it's important to note that Arsenal's uh, uh, important piece of play this season for me is their defense. They have a very, very good defense because they've played 10 Premier League games and conceded just 3 goals. That's massive. That's a huge, huge record to keep because at this rate, they are likely to, break Chelsea's 15 goals conceded in a single season under Jose Mourinho. So I think that is the bedrock of Arsenal's what's we call push for the title. And another thing we should note, another important thing we should note is like I've always said, my belief that Arsenal will win the league does not come from Arsenal alone. It comes from the fact that I'm looking at the other teams in the title race, Liverpool and Manchester City, and I am not convinced. People say Arsenal will drop points when it comes to April, May. I agree with them. But so as Liverpool, so as Manchester City, they will also drop points when it comes to April, May because they are not good enough. And the thing is, they would even drop points before April and May. So I think it's Arsenal to lose, except a massive collapse, like a massive, like there has to be something really, really massive, like what happened to Liverpool. They going on a 5 Premier League games without a win kind of streak for them to lose the title this season. But I think for now, it is their title to lose. And I will be shocked if Arsenal does not win the league this season. Trust me, they might not win it again and again and again because this looks like their season and it should be their season.
All right, Walter, let's go over to Eru. Eru, do you think Ebereze is one of the most brilliant signings so far from Teta's era as Manchester, sorry, as Arsenal's boss? Do you think Ebereze is one of the most brilliant signings so far in that squad? Because I think what he has been doing week in, week out, you could see the difference.
Okay. The last time I was on this show and I spoke about Arsenal and their transfer signings, I think I was on this show with Mr. Walter also. I told you something, and I said I give Arteta 100% for his summer signing. I think Arteta did one of the best things in the market in this transfer window. He made brilliant signings, and we have seen them do well. I think the only signing he made that has not left a huge mark so far is Victor Gyökeres, the striker. I'm not saying he's playing poorly. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not doing well. I only said he's the only one of the signings that has not made a huge mark in regards to, they needed a top striker. We have seen the defenders he signed, Mosquera, and I'm forgetting the other guy's name. They have proven their worth already. They have showed you already that, yes, they are what they are. As for Eberechi, coming from a Crystal Palace side where he was unarguably the best player, and then almost finding his feet immediately in the heart of the Arsenal midfield, I would say it's a huge plus for Mikel Arteta. In the last time I was there and I spoke about him, I referred to him as the missing puzzle in the Arsenal midfield and attacking lineup. Yes, and I'll say that again. He is the missing puzzle in that midfield and attacking lineup. You see, when Mikel Arteta signed the likes of Martin Zubimendi, and then he went on to sign Eze, I knew that Arteta was not in for jokes. He strengthened every single department Every single department. As a matter of fact, the way Arsenal is now, they have at least 2 players for every position. At least 2 players, every single position. Imagine having David Raya and Kepa Arrizabalaga as your goalkeepers. It's a huge one. That's squad depth, proper squad depth. So, Eze, yes, Eze is the missing puzzle. We have seen what Eze has been doing since he signed for Arsenal. He has been giving good goals. He has been winning them goals. He has been scored winning goals in games. He has been delivering beautiful assists. That's what we know Eze for. Even back at Crystal Palace, he carries the team. There are days where we watch Eze as Crystal Palace. Only Eze will carry the team before the likes of Mateta started to do so well. So yes, signing Eze was a testament and was a huge statement signing. And I know for a fact that Eze will go on to be one of Arsenal greats if he spends time at the club. You see, with the signing of the likes of Eze, even if the likes of Martin Odegaard are not in the game, you will not notice it so much because there's basically nothing Odegaard can do that Eze cannot do. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. That's proper squad depth. We see teams where if some players are missing, it is so glaring. For example, Chelsea have been playing without Kopama. Take it or leave it. It is glaring in the team that there's no good playmaker. There's no good creative midfielder in the team. And that's why I get very mad at Enzo Fernandez. But we are not talking about Chelsea. In some teams, when Manchester United played against Liverpool, the moment Ahmad Diallo was taken off, we saw what happened. We saw what happened. So it's a good one. If you watch Manchester United now, the moment Brian Mbemo gashes out and is tired, you see that the attack immediately dies off. It dies off immediately. They just begin to wonder, is this the thing that started this game? So when you now have players where you have proper backups, you have proper solid players, 2 to 3 of them, where even if one person does not play, you do not really feel it. It is not really noticeable. That's a good one for that team. That's a perfect one. And so Eze brings that to the Arsenal side. Even if anybody in that midfield does not play, as far as Eze is in that team, you may not notice it. And that's a good one. We have seen what Zubimendi has been doing since he signed for them. Perfect. As a matter of fact, so many Arsenal fans have even forgotten that there was once a Thomas Partey in that team.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what a proper signing should do. That's what a proper signing should be. And so it's a good one. I give Arteta big ups for that, and I hope that Eze is able to continue in this form for Arsenal, and he will do great things. Yeah.
Okay, fine. You just mentioned Manchester United. Let me give Walter. Walter is a Manchester United fan. Walter, I'll give you 2 minutes. What do you say about Manchester United by the weekend? While you just get prepared, because I'm coming back to you, talk about Chelsea in 2 minutes as well. I'm talking about you, Eru. But Walter, Manchester United going down 2-1, and they won that. They drew that game 2-2 on Saturday. Do you see Amory already getting his tactics right, or getting his philosophy right on the team, or the team is already going through his philosophy? Do you see that? Please, in 2 minutes quickly, so that I can wrap up. Then Eru will talk about Chelsea in 2 minutes as well.
Yes, I think you are beginning to see patterns. I'm beginning to see what's called a team that are looking to play together, a team that understand how the manager wants them to play. I'm beginning to see a team that has improved, but they switch off a lot of time during the game. Like, we saw it against Nottingham Forest, and we'll be seeing it against even when they were winning against Brighton and Liverpool and all of that. They switch off, they forget themselves, and it's normal because they're just starting to understand, grasp the tactics or how the manager wants them to play. But in all honesty, they do switch off, they do turn off. And yes, like you said, I'm beginning to see it, but I think some individuals are not, playing to their best potential. I'm looking at Diego Dalot. I don't think he's good enough. I'm looking at the midfield. I think, in as much as Casemiro, Bruno seems to be understanding themselves better now, but I think we need more younger, energetic midfielder if the competition is going to work. And I'm looking at, I think those two positions are a place of concern for me. Of course, I'm not Sesko biggest fan, but they just paid 80 million euros for him, so I don't think we can complain now that we need another striker. But I think there are better strikers we could have signed that would have made us more formidable than Sesko, but we just have to manage what we have for now.
All right.
Overall, generally, your question, am I seeing signs of improvement? Am I seeing Amorim practice beginning to show? I would say 100% yes, I am. I'm beginning to see signs, and it will take time, but I think now I can be confident that the team can finish top 6, top 7, even top 8. So that will be an improvement from last season. And maybe next season, when they make those necessary signings, they can go one more better than this season.
Okay, fine. Maybe one more transfer window may solidify the team. Maybe one more transfer window may make the team be more balanced. Okay, let's go back to you, Eru. What do you say about Chelsea, Enzo Maresca's team on by the weekend? What can you say about it in 2 minutes, please?
Okay, yeah, that was a huge win. Although I was not surprised. I knew we were going to defeat Tottenham. I mean, we have made Tottenham our wives. Against Tottenham, yes, I knew it. I told my fellow Chelsea fans and anybody that cares to listen that no matter how bad we play, when it comes to some certain things, we will always get the edge. We played poorly in that game. I won't lie. Yes, it was an away game, but so it was as a result of the fact that Tottenham were so bad. That was how we were able to clinch that win. Tottenham were so bad, so poor. As a matter of fact, they were beyond the word poor. That was how we were able to clinch that win, because we missed a lot of chances. Peters missed a clear-cut chance. Joao Pedro missed 2. He missed 1 before he got his goal. He missed another one after his goal. We made some blunders, but overall, the performance was good. The performance was okay. Going away at Tottenham and getting a 1-0 with a clean sheet, that's a good one from Enzo Maresca. The only thing I enjoyed from that game was I discovered that Enzo Maresca has developed a tactic against a team that uses long throw, and that was beautiful. We saw times in the games when Tottenham wants to take a long throw, 3 of the Chelsea players get off the box, they go out so as to pull out 3 to 4 players from the Tottenham side, so that Tottenham will not be able to choke the Chelsea 18-yard box. That's a good one, and we saw it. It worked out well. We know Robert Sanchez to be very good on the air. He's very good aerially, and that helped us also. So overall, yes, the game was good. They played well. Like I said, they did well, getting a clean sheet and a win. That was a derby match. I mean, it was a London derby, and then getting the win and getting a clean sheet was a good one. But then again, was I 100% impressed with the performance? A big no. I was not impressed with Garnacho, and then he was angry when he was taking off. And I was asking myself, why are you angry? You should be grateful that you even stayed long in this match today. If I were to be the coach, I would have removed you since. He was angry that he was substituted. He was not doing anything. What Gittens and Estavio did in the number of minutes, Garnacho did not do it from the start of the game. And that was a problem. Pedro Neto was not in his best. I did not know why, but he was good off the ball. But on the ball, he was trash. But overall, yeah, we did well. We have gotten the win. The 3 points is what matters at the end of the day. And then we did not just get it, we got it with a clean sheet. So kudos to Enzo Maresca.
All right, and that's how we wrap up another exciting edition of the P&B Sports Show. It's been a weekend filled with action and talking points. Liverpool back to winning ways with a 2-0 win over Aston Villa, while Arsenal continue to make a strong statement in the title race after a solid 2-0 victory against Burnley. The big question remains, is this finally Mikel Arteta's season? A very big thank you to my guest, Walter Odige, joining us from Lagos, and also Eru John from the ancient city of Benin. It's a pleasure having you both here on the show.
Thank you for having me once again. It's a pleasure.
All right. You can connect with us in all social media platforms on YouTube and Facebook at Politics&BusinessTV.English, on IG at P&B TV_English, on X at P&B TV_ENG. I'm Abel Sunday, reminding you to keep the conversation going and stay tuned for more updates right here on your #1 sport hub, P&B Sport. From me and the entire team here in Abuja, say goodbye.